What did I came on? Hold on.
Do not. Welcome back, Frankie J. I let you back in. What now?
That's how you should stay kind of the whole show with the shadow. That's not bad. That's not bad. Anyways, let's go ahead and bring that intro in as we usually do. The intro ain't working.
Then I read my comics and listened to my comics, seeing folks that look like me, whose powers are astronomical. So
welcome back, fellow knowledge seekers. It is Frankie J busting through your speakers, and I'm back with the actual Midnight Assassin in his true form. See how black he is? I mean, that's just dark.
Really? That's what you gonna say? That's what you gonna say? That's how you wanna bring the show?
Oh god!
That's how I get dressed up. I'm out here fighting crime and stuff. And that's how you gonna do? Okay, all right.
So, what crime did you fight today besides the sofa?
Somebody was about to purchase something, make a huge purchase, and I was like, "Yo, bro, like, don't you know about layaway?" And he was like, "Oh my god, I never heard of that." And then so I showed that to him, and crime averted. Like, there you go.
Anyways,
you're welcome.
Anyways, hey, so check this out. We got a nice little show. We're gonna keep this thing up under an hour. We said that we was gonna discuss what we was gonna discuss. We're gonna stay on track this time and bring them soldiers back from Iraq. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all up out of your sack. What up, Nick Greer? What up?
What up?
Charles Hazleton III. Thank you for stopping by. It's gonna get interesting.
That's right.
Because tonight we about to go in. We got a 20-minute segment to talk about who the fastest speedster. And I know Nick Greer, he posted it on his, and he got a pretty big following. I think the top for Nick Greer's was the Flash. And then I posted on mine, and some other people said the Flash. And I'm like, what is all y'all DC watching? Anyways, so then again, Midnight Assassin came all the way to my crib to talk to me about the who the fastest.
Yeah, this dude right here, he hating. You know what I'm saying? He worried about the wrong thing. He talking about who faster, Makari or what's the other dude? Flash. But it's obviously Quicksilver. It's always gonna be.
This is always gonna be Quicksilver.
Like,
man, they see them Sony clips, bro.
All right.
Explosion happened. Man, I don't even want to give it away, bro.
So tonight's subject is gonna be about who the fastest speedster. Then it's gonna be fan casting for Miles Morales into the Spider-Verse, that type stuff. And then we're gonna talk about the top sci-fi movies, such sci-fi and fantasy movies. But first, let's go ahead and line up our contestants on who is the fastest speedster online, or who is the fastest online speedster. And here are our nominees.
Round 1, fight!
if you want static, I'm like sinking Dr. Voodoo, combining genetic magic, causing storms. Only bumblebees can navigate. Spawn a marvel like Miss Rambo with an iron heart. As I don a war machine like a cyborg, living off of the grid, wearing a cloak of darkness, engulfing your evil, so I live. Got two ultimate Spider-Man plus a Danielle Cage, with no love for bloodsuckers, so calling my little blades. I'm a killmonger, blue Marvel grave digger with black lightning. I don't need a lantern moon, girl, grow up and find me, and I will share with you the knowledge of Valzar. Searching for the great numinous, I found God. Too many black mantas running round, so you call us evil. Sell that ship the other way until you treat us equal. Love and virtue, but Cincy is my painkiller. Peep thunder and lightning, Tetris bringing winters. I'm a blur without fear, picking up the real comic stacks. This new sage's dope spills will have you stepping back. Alternative factions got me to approach the nerve. bird, now I got the common power of the panther, God's word. It's not quite.
Hey, you did Quicksilver at the end wrong, man.
Hey,
He don't even count though. That one don't count.
If you a speedster, you get shot and you die,
Done.
you don't make the list. Because I think it was Flashpoint where Bruce Wayne? What was it?
Thomas Wayne.
Thomas Wayne shot Zoom.
Yeah.
Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
That mother phased and stayed alive. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Like that's what it's like. Speedster does things like outside the box. Like instead of getting hit in the face by some killer shark.
Exactly.
I ain't gonna bring that up again.
With that being said, right, our candidates are Quicksilver from Sony, X-Men. Second one, Flash, CW. Third one, Flash, DCEU. Fourth one, McCarthy from the Eternals. And of course, I had to throw in my boy Khan from Guardians, the last dude, a speedster with some swords. Come on now. And look. This dude moves so fast, he leave purple face. I had to look him up to make sure he wasn't teleporting, because that's the only thing gonna be like faster than a speedster. So like teleporting, they don't even know which one of them dudes is faster. But my man Khan is on the map. I ain't want y'all to forget. Nick, you lucky I can't kick you off, man. Did you just say the wizard? Did you say
yes? Oh man, yo, I'm gonna throw Speedy Gonzalez in there, bro.
Yeah. Road runner.
Yeah, beep beep.
And I want to give props to a couple other on-screen guys that ain't nobody give props to, such as some of the people he just named: Speedy Gonzalez, Road Warner, Sonic the Hedgehog. You know what I'm saying? All them dudes are just as fast. But I was actually doing some homework, man. Some real homework, man. And they was talking about Sonic the Hedgehog had everybody beat as far as on-screen. Like his speed was unlimited. Sonic the Hedgehog.
I don't see it. I gotta see it to believe it.
Hold on, you need
Oh,
to.
I'm pulling up on you. Put some respect on my name.
You already know what it
Put some
is.
respect on my name.
It's
Put some respect on
Louisiana.
my name. Put some respect on my name.
You need to put some respect on Sonic the Hedgehog's name, okay?
I said I don't see it.
Oh, I'm pulling up on you.
Don't you have Sonic pull up on you? Know what
I said I don't see it.
I got Sonic on speed dial. Did you get the pun? Speed dial. I got Sonic on speed. But anyways, let's so let's get into it. And I know, Midnight Assassin, if you had to choose, who would you choose?
Man, it's Sony. It's Quicksilver Sony all, bro. Like Quicksilver. Like the dude had an explosion, bro, and he just like saved everybody in the X-Men mansion, brought him out safe. Like, and then when he goes fast, he's the only speedster I see going fast like that effortlessly. Like the Flash, he be like tapping into like almost like another dimension. So it's almost like like they call it the Speed Force, but it's like he not that fast without the Speed Force. So is he really going fast, or is he like using something else that like can't really be explained? Whereas like Quicksilver, this dude going fast for real, and it's like effortlessly. Now we ain't talking about like MCU Quicksilver. We talking about Sony Quicksilver. Like it's a big difference. It's a big difference how that story was portrayed.
Well, great points and all. And what I want to kind of point out is a lot of people gonna say the Flash because he got the Speed Force, and him and Wally West when they move, they create Speed Force, and nothing is faster than the Speed Force. Well, technically it is. I mean, Superman in the comic books proved that plenty of times. There's some other beings like Shazam and Black Adam, those guys, and I can't remember the other dude's name. Is Zizza? I had to look it up. Like they didn't use the Speed Force. It was like a video I made on the non-Speed Force users, right? And these dudes was rivaling them. And the only time that Flash, Wally West was actually going above and beyond is when They had to.
Yeah.
So let's just say,
and then they go back in time.
Quicksilver from Sony did the same thing. But let me give you another guy.
But he don't tap to the speed.
Let me give you another
he
guy.
Don't time travel.
Black Vulcan from what's that? Super Friends. The black guy who changed into lightning. He went back in time several times. Everybody know that right now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, the X2 series. Look. X22.
All right, that's all you get. Y'all see that? That's X22. X22. Y'all can buy it at your local mall. There is that. Let me get my words right. Also, I'm going back comics on screen. There's a storyline with Monica Rambeau where she dodged the god of speed. Like, that's how fast she is. Like Monica Rambeau, y'all forget, she turns into energy and light. It's also, if that's the same thing with Monica Rambeau, that you could throw Binary in there, and also Silver Surfer. These guys are non-speed force. I said X22. Yeah, that's X23.
Oh,
yeah. You're right.
I messed it up.
Well, we was listening to Rick Ross earlier. And it was like, she met me, she 22. I'm rolling on these 22s. She wanted me to meet up in room 22. Okay, we try. I can't help it. We'll play that later. But back to Monica Rambeau, speed of light. So I've been reading the comments online and they keep using, well, he got the speed force. And here, in actuality, on screen, if you had to depict somebody being actually faster or look faster, X-Men Sony, I mean, in my opinion, they nailed it with Quicksilver. They nailed it to the point of, like, they show him using super speed in various speeds. Like, it was a part where, in the movie where he went to Magneto had lift the night, when they came in the cops and they was getting ready to shoot Magneto, Professor X and Quicksilver, and Magneto picked up the knives with his magnetism powers, and then Quicksilver, within a second, put his goggles down. In a second, listen to me. In a second, put his goggles down, ran around. Y'all got to think about the speed and the force that he's generating. He slowed down to move the guns around, push these dudes' turn, and then he speeded back up again and did the same thing all the way through. That's one of the best looks that you can do.
And he does everything effortlessly. Like, you see everybody else, like, he's just like,
hold on now.
Like, some people like super serious, like, man, he just plays around with it. It's like, it's nothing to him. So it's like, if he's barely putting in that effort, it's like, what's his true potential?
Yeah, but we're gonna come back to that. What I want to say to this is on Real Revelation is, in comics, the Flash ran so fast, he ran into the Marvel universe and beat all of the Marvel speedsters when they was racing against each other. See, that back then was like fan voted and fan favorites. So the fans came out and voted who would win. And just like when they did that whole Marvel DC crossover, they wanted to get us, the fans, involved. And if you went and voted for Wolverine, like the Wolverine and Lobo fight, like, we know in no universe possible Wolverine could beat Lobo.
Ain't gonna happen.
Wolverine beat Lobo. Like, that happened. And so that's because Wolverine was a fan favorite and Lobo wasn't. But then you had like Superman and Hulk. Superman was he's a fan favorite, so he beat the Hulk. What was the other one? Again, what's the other one? Batman, when he took out the Hulk, he kicked him in the belly and made Hulk exhale. And then people will argue down and say, oh, you know what I'm saying? Batman, precision and strength. I'm like, this is the Hulk. He's stopping bullets.
He's stopping tank rounds
with his belly.
Yeah.
Like, so my thing was like his ear muscle can body slam one of them.
Yeah.
So my thing is, my bad. Quicksilver from Fox. It's so many of them, we get mixed up. Is it Quicksilver from Fox? Well, Quicksilver X-Men.
Yeah, well, yeah, X-Men, not MCU Quicksilver, but yeah.
Well, we already know
Yeah.
MCU Quicksilver.
That dude, man, that was embarrassing.
Nick Greer, like Wolverine is kind of immortal, and so is Lobo. In fact, let's get on the comic book side of this thing. Wolverine can die and choose to go to heaven or hell, depending on which one they do. But Lobo can't. Lobo is not welcome in heaven or hell.
Yo, I gotta catch up on that story.
Like so
Wolverine can choose to go to heaven or hell.
What kind of when
he go back and forth?
When he not back and forth. Just when he died, they had a couple storylines that when Wolverine dies, he actually goes and sees some demon or whatever. He got to battle this demon, and then he can come back. And while I would like to give you props on saying that Wolverine is more experienced than Lobo, technically is not. I mean, we don't even got a true age on Lobos. We talking about universal bounty hunter fighting different types of fighting styles across the universe. Wolverine is just earthly.
Yeah. Plus, Lobo has like super strength. Like you can lock Wolverine up, but Lobo he can break through.
No, it's in fact. Excuse me. In fact, Wolverine, I mean, the whole Lobo and Wolverine fight is similar to, I'm not saying Lobo is strong as World Breaker Hulk, but what I am saying is that Lobo will hit Wolverine and launch him in space. Did y'all watch the cartoon series where Wolverine versus Hulk?
Yeah.
And like Wolverine, Hulk kept catching, like that was one of the realest storylines that I seen for Wolverine and Hulk. I mean, back in the day when we first got Wolverine introduced in the when Dingo and him and Hulk was fighting, that was kind of realistic, but then they brought it down to earth. We got Hulk's real strength now. We got Wendigo and how powerful Wendigo is. And also, right, I ain't gonna take nothing away from Wolverine because Wolverine is an underdog, and that's what makes Wolverine bigger than what he is, because a lot of time he loses before he wins. If it's against some let's use the word above us, right? People that got some fighting skills, then below Wolverine, he gonna go through them with no problem. But when you bring on like a Sabretooth, a Lady Deathstrike, what's the other guy? Well, let's throw Deadpool in there. Omega Red.
Cyber.
Cyber. Woo! Anyways, we ain't gonna get into that. But anyways, let's get back to the speedsters. All right. My vote was for Makari. And the reason why I chose Makari because I choose all things black. I'm going black, you know what I'm saying? I don't care when Makari did her thing. Up in the Eternals, we need some more feats on her, Mike. And then this is a variant of the actual Makari in the comic book, so we didn't get a lot of feats. But I say that the way they filmed her and how ferocious she was in battle compared to the Flash of DC EU, like Makari went in and did her thing. Like she was not afraid. She put bows on them, and then. We can't forget about man. Ain't nobody talking about my man here. Hold on, my man Khan from Guardians. Like he's
your pick for Makari because she's more belligerent.
but
versus like Flash DC Flash. He's timid. He doesn't he doesn't do much in the fight but push stuff around. Whereas Makari actually go and be aggressive and fight.
Did he just act that? I'm about to do some homework, man. Did he just act that? Interesting. Hold on.
That is interesting.
Hold on.
You want to come look on my screen?
Is she black? I don't know.
You gotta do some research.
Anyways, so here's my closeout to to the fastest speedster online until we put them in an actual race to show who's the fastest. Technically, you don't know because all we got is different feats that we can choose from, and then you got your nerds out there to do this whole mathematical thing, and then the mathematics is always skewed to who they want to be the fastest.
Right. And here's my take on it. Like, it's Sony Quicksilver, bro. Did you see the footage, man? Like, he threw an explosion went off, and then this dude like did everything effortlessly, didn't even try.
Yeah, this dude right here, he hating. You know what I'm saying? He worried about the wrong thing. He talking about who faster, Makari or what's the other dude? Flash. But it's
obviously.
All right, so we're gonna come back there. Yeah, I did say she was black because I thought she was black. But anyways, we're gonna take a word from our sponsor right now. Hold on.
Let
me get this thing up and right.
You got sponsor?
No, not that. Hold on. Let me see.
Like cookies in the background.
Not that. Well, we'll just do that.
I ain't never been with a baddie. Cause I'm ugly and I look like my daddy.
Can y'all hear us? Y'all like this? Y'all like this thumbnail? It's like my favorite thumbnail that I ever made in my entire life. Anyways, so let's move on. I think the next subject was fan cast. No, we're gonna come back to fan casting. Let's go through what are your top sci-fi movies? Because we was gonna say top 3 sci-fi movies, but I mean, when in the 1970s, 80s, and 90s, you could do that, but in these 2021s on that, it's so many movies. So we're just gonna say choose 3.
You said like shows.
Well, you can do shows and movies.
Because I was already looking at like Loki.
So go ahead and preach your thing.
Nah, I just picked Loki because it's like one of them, like, it's sci-fi theme behind it and stuff. But it's one of those shows that it's kind of like, took me down the rabbit hole. Like, it took me to a place like that is unexpected. I'm looking at the start of the show. And I'm just like, how in the world are they gonna take this guy and actually make me interested in it? And they did it. Like, they did it. They put some depth to the character, added some other characters to it. Like, had me guessing. Like, I'm guessing wrong every episode towards the end. I mean, it literally had me guessing. Like, I'm just hooked to it. And like, even now, I'm like ready for that second season to come out and see where they're gonna take it next. And see, kids, you keep bringing up Universe of Madness and all this other stuff and the multiverse. I'm like, man, this stuff is gonna connect in some like weird way that we're just not seeing just yet. And it's just gonna be like another adventure in itself with other movies connected to it. So yeah, I like that.
Hold on, I want to see where. Hold on. In the comic stuff, we're seeing that one. Hold on. I thought you said it's black. Makari black. I thought you said she's black. Yes, we consider her black. Okay, and she's deaf, which made it even better because she's deaf in real life and she was deaf in the actual movies. So we're doing some real representation.
Oh snap! She deaf in real life too?
Yes,
that's impressive.
Yeah,
man.
And we'll come back to that. So, you only picking one?
Yeah, you can go ahead and pick the next one.
You know what?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Because I ain't got just one. Let me tell y'all, man.
Because I was gonna pick Watchmen next.
So my picks are between shows, and as usual, I tell them 3, but I get like 7 or 8 of them.
Now you like 15.
I actually went with, believe it or not, Transformers, and I mean from the cartoon to the movies, sci-fi, fantasy. Transformers is like one of the best that I've seen. Lord of the Rings, that whole trilogy or quadrilogy, whatever it is. We got a new show for the Rings coming out here in the near future that they're doing Lord of the Rings. Another one that I definitely love was John Carter. It was about some Western dudes, and then they found a way to Mars from Earth through a cave. And then it had this whole storyline about there are people on Mars, and if you come from Earth, you gain these abilities to hop, a little bit of extra strength, that kind of stuff.
All right, let me talk about 2 because you just did 3. Okay, so
but I got
I got Watchmen. So you know what I'm saying. I like the simple fact that they actually. I keep bringing this up, but I like the fact that they took they took a piece of like, you know, actual history and stuff, and they changed the event, and then it shows like what that would look like present day if they changed the event, which was like, you know, referring to the Vietnam War. And it's like I really liked how they did that in the movie and in the show. So that, you know, that kind of like, you know, sci-fi type of like, you know, theory, like what things could be or whatever. Like I like stuff like that, you know. And then like another like, you know, personally popular one that's like, you know, not really mainstream too much, people don't remember much, is Highlander. Bro, I love Highlander, bro. Like movies and TV show. Adrian Paul, you know, Christopher Lambert, you know, like Sean Connery on the dude, all that, you know, and the cartoon. I remember the cartoon, man. You know, O'Connor, yeah.
Yo,
I remember that.
What's the dude who plays Superman? What's his name?
Which one? Christopher Reed?
No, the
Henry Cavill? The new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, Henry Cavill.
Well,
yeah.
he's supposed to be, he got casted for the new Highlander.
Oh, they bringing Highlander back?
Yo.
Yes!
Yeah.
Ooh,
Highlander is coming back.
Bruh, oh, man. Yo,
that's what I meant. I've been meaning to tell you that.
Yo, here we
are. Since you came down.
So
another sci-fi. I mean, do y'all have any sci-fi movies out there? If so, put in the comments. You know, we'll bring it up on the screen and talk about it a little bit. Oh, hold on. Favorite fantasy movie is The Fountain. Oh yeah, Charles. Man, The Fountain was tight, and that was another one that kind of hit on some historic value, dealing with some biblical stuff. You know, that was a definitely a nice movie. I want to throw one out there, y'all, because actually Midnight Assassin introduced it to me. Altered Carbon.
Oh yeah, my brother put me on that, man. I wasn't even finna watch that, and he was like, "Yo, you gotta watch this." I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna check that out." And boom.
Yeah, so I watched the second season because it had Anthony Mackie in it, and I just wanted to see what he looked like. And once they did it, I sat down and watched 2 episodes, and I actually called him back. I'm like, "Man, this ain't all that." He's like, "Watch the next episode." And I sat down. I was stuck. I just wasted away a whole weekend watching Altered Carbon. I mean, I'm not gonna give away the gist of that. Altered Carbon is on Netflix. That's where you can find it at. And they got 2 seasons. I hope they bring back a 3rd season.
Yeah, they got an anime out too.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's like, you know, they didn't do the 3rd season, but they did come out with an anime. So.
Oh, hold on. Yo! Cowboys and Aliens. That was man. Cowboys and Aliens. What that came out? 2015, 2016?
Yeah, Daniel Craig.
Right. Yeah. And then they did. That was a different take on the Western. Aliens. I'm gonna stop right there. I'm gonna go Aliens and Predator. We're gonna come back to Alien and RoboCop. That motherfucking Aliens, dog.
Oh, I was gonna say
if they gonna remake something, that's the joints. And they need to have a bad female in the leading role like Sigourney Weaver.
And they better do that scene, bro, where it's like, you know what I'm saying, like the alien head going, and she like, they gotta redo that scene,
and you need the little girl.
They gotta pay homage.
You need the little girl Newt, because Newt was the only one that survived with the aliens the whole time. Man, listen, Aliens. Thank you for bringing that up. That's one of my all-time favorites. If it's on TV, like with commercials, I will stop and start watching it. If I see aliens just sitting around on something, I'll just watch it. And sometimes Alien Resurrections, like if I had to pick my favorite alien movies, it would be Aliens and Alien Resurrection. Those was like my favorites. Now, to move on to Predator.
Wait, I'm gonna come. Wait, hold on. Ready? Get it.
What's up,
you son of a bitch.
Get to the chopper.
Oh my God, Aliens was the.
Oh man.
Hold on. Can y'all hear that music? I'm playing that, but you took me back in time, baby. You took me back in the time. I think I'm gonna have to watch Predator and Aliens because you know that was when men were real men back then. You know what I'm saying? Woo! I know you think.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna bring up like pictures of the '80s, man. Dudes showing off their little bellies and stuff with their little short.
Man, listen, Aliens.
They little like workout like knee socks and stuff. Talking about manly. Yeah.
Aliens and Predator. Oh my God. Predator 1, Predator 2, Predator versus Aliens. Man, Adrian Brody with Predators.
Man, they made so many. That was like the precursor to the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Man, listen. If you wanted something back in the day, man, that's the leg. But
nah, the real precursor to the Back to the Future franchise is definitely Robocop.
Right.
Because the first one came out, like that joint was crazy when they shot him up, and then and they just kept, man, that was like the most brutal thing I ever saw. I was like a little kid, man.
Well, and look, at that time, I think we had got Robocop, and then I think we had got Predators 2, and they were just showing people in the city just getting blasted. I was, I thought the real world was like that.
Yeah, I mean, dude, man, like seeing that, I was like, yo, criminals is doing that, like, yo. But I mean, it wasn't like that. But dang, yo, man. And then they put him together as Robocop, and he's just like moving, dead or alive, you're coming with me,
right?
And then Ed 209, like, oh man, like, all that stuff's classic. And your family got bringing like that. But then did you know that they made like, I don't know, almost like 6 or 7 movies like after the first 3?
Right, and that was the
and
problem.
They just kept going.
That was the problem. That's the same thing they've been doing with Predator. They still making Predators, and Nick Greer, right? I was hype about it coming out. Like when I seen it, I was like, oh man, they got a Predator come out. I didn't even watch it. Like that's how much it don't mean nothing no more. I'll watch Danny Glover's Predator and Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like Carl Weathers, like, you see it? You see it? I see that. I see that. I'm gonna get you. Oh God, I gotta watch that again. Anyways, let me give y'all 3 more. These are actually some of my favorite shows. Lovecraft Country.
Yes, my goodness, yes.
Did you say Lovecraft Country?
Yes.
You said Watchmen.
I'd say Watchmen.
All right. So Lovecraft Country. If
yes.
y'all want to check out something, they took the Black experience and put it into a real sci-fi show. Right.
Jim Crow America, they did not skip out on it, bro. They just like laid it out there. This is how it was and stuff.
With witches and Bibles and monsters.
I mean, bro. Like,
in fact,
crazy.
That's the monster from Lovecraft Country that we need to put on our verses.
Ooh.
Really. That's one of the monsters. I think that monster would probably take Alien.
Yeah, I think so too. That thing is so fast.
Right.
Like it's ridiculous. I mean, when it came up, the first time you see them, they are so fast, like you can't even like keep up with a lot of stuff's going on. And then the first time he like that thing just got in front of him and was just like really calm. Like, I mean, your heart's like going like, oh, and then he just like touch it. You like, oh shit.
Right. Hey, you know what, Nick? Project Power does count. That's sci-fi fantasy. That is in that realm, and that was another great movie that didn't get a lot of play. I mean, the concept of it was great. And this Project Power, this one, if it was the first movie, then it should count as an origin story. And then boom, they go on ahead and expand on that from there. And then and what they should do is they should just make it into a series and have Jamie Foxx and somebody else, the other cop, go through and investigate these different phenomenons from pills, and then we just keep getting different pills with all these different powers, kind of like the first 4400 or Heroes with all the different powers, but all the powers come from pills now. Do you have another?
That's like The Boys,
right? The Boys, right?
Yeah.
That's another one, right?
Yo, The Boys, man, I can't wait. That joke made me mad when I heard it was like June. I thought that joke was gonna be like early this year. Now they're saying June, but I can't wait. I cannot wait. I like shows that it's like irreverent like that. They just take a story and they kind of compare it to real life, and then just pull out like, you know, the pieces, like the conspiracy pieces that you only think about. It's like, what if, how it could be, and it's like, oh, like it gets you thinking. It really gets you thinking.
Or exactly. I want to add some more. Fringe, just in case I'm not saying it correctly, Fringe.
Oh, I thought you were saying Friends, like. Yeah, cut me out. I dare you.
Anyways, I was saying Fringe. Get back to your seat. Why you dreads all over me? Why you? Oh, they're touching me. Anyways. Pacific Rim, baby. Nick Grill. Hey man, me and you brothers from another mother. You know what I'm saying? Man, Pacific Rim, war ready. Oh man, Pacific Rim need to get in there with a Godzilla versus Pacific Rim. Oh my God, kaiju, but Godzilla would kill one of them. It would take about 5 Pacific Rims. They had to get a Pacific Rim that formed into Voltron.
Hey, how do I close you out? How do I close you out?
Why are you trying to close me out?
He is right there, but you know what I'm saying? He can go ahead and take his favorites and stuff, but you know, like Godzilla and all that stuff, robots and everything. I mean, it's good.
I'm pulling up on you, nigga. Put some respect on my name.
You already know what it
Put some
is.
respect on my name.
It's
Put some respect on my name.
Louisiana.
Put some respect on my name.
Listen, you need to put some respect on Nick Grill's name. I didn't bring this up. He brought it up. I just commented on it and agreed with my man Nick Grill, letting him know that I agree with you, man. You know what I'm saying, Mike? You know what I'm saying? You need to get your stuff together. You know what I'm saying? You need to put some respect on Nick Grill's name.
I'm pulling up on you, nigga.
Before I got up.
I'm pulling up on you, nigga. Put some respect on my name.
You already know what it
Put some
is.
respect on my name.
It's
Put some respect on my name.
Louisiana.
Put some respect on my name.
All right, Nick Grill, slow down. Slow down. You're blowing up the comments, man. You're blowing up the comments, man. Slow down. Good Lord, hold on.
Man.
He like
Yo,
real.
Avatar was a good one.
He like Real Steel, Avatar, Farscape, Godzilla.
Man.
Now look, I'm a Godzilla fan. I don't care what nobody say. I mean, I've been
I
following.
guess, man.
I've been
I can't
following.
hate on where people like and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I like OP. I like overpowered.
Godzilla is overpowered.
Man, he's just big, bro. He's just big.
Look,
It's like 2 toddlers fighting, bro. It's like 2 giant toddlers.
no, let me
fighting.
hit you with
That's what the
something.
movie
Let
is.
me hit you with something.
What?
Ghidorah, Monster Zero was way bigger than Godzilla. We talking about 3 heads. This mug was shoot. He was shooting out some lightning lasers. I don't even know. Look. Hold on.
4-year-old versus a toddler.
Hold on.
So,
Ghidorah was so powerful that he was starting his own storm system just by flying around. He was his own atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Ghidorah. Is it Ghidorah? It's Ghidorah. Monster Zero was off the chain. Thank you, Nick Grill. You know what I'm saying? Tell this mug here the doggone put some doggone respect
I'm
on.
pulling up on you, nigga. Put some respect on my name.
Put some respect on Nick Grill and Ghidorah's name. Godzilla is overpowered, and Godzilla stories, believe it or not, are written similar to Superman
Man,
stories.
it is not overpowered, bro. It's just 2 big giant toddlers, bro.
Listen,
Like if you're that big, you're gonna look overpowered, but like overpowered is like Goku, bro. He that small, and he can beat up Godzilla, no problem.
you know what, Nick Grill, this is what I can tell you. If you haven't watched Godzilla movies, I can tell you this one. Go on ahead. You can start from this last one with Godzilla versus King Kong and then walk your way back like 3 movies. You know what I'm saying? Godzilla versus King Kong and then Godzilla King of the Monsters. That King of the Monsters was on point because with King of the Monsters, even though he keeps saying it was 2 4-year-olds that was fighting.
No, I said 2 toddlers.
2 toddlers
But
that
he
was
said the other
fighting.
one was taller,
Guess
so
what?
I was like a 4-year-old versus a toddler.
It was about the
Still
adults.
babies.
It was about the adults that was sitting around watching them fight. Because you had the human aspect in it with these monsters was helping Godzilla beat Ghidorah. And the thing about it is it's like a Infinity War type movie, King of the Monsters, because you have all these different titans coming in one movie. Whereas like in Godzilla versus Kong, we only had like 3 titans. That's Godzilla, King Kong, and Mech Godzilla. But in the other one, King of the Monsters, we had all of them. But Ghidorah, Monster Zero, and then the one right before King of the Monsters where they kind of introduce. Listen, man, I don't need you to tell me what time it is.
Yo, when you watch that movie, make sure you try to stay awake, bro. All right, cool.
Okay, I watched Godzilla 1999 and the newer Godzilla movie. Then you already know what I'm talking about. And thank you for bringing that up. So, right now, guys, I want to kind of apologize to y'all, but then not really apologize to y'all because I'm a boss. Some bosses don't apologize.
If you wrong, you apologize.
No, I'm a boss.
That don't make no sense.
You know, we don't apologize in the professional world.
We
just drive on.
That's how you have unions form in your company.
Last week, and I think it was Real Revelation and Nick Greer and one more person. Y'all actually went into the video and y'all voted on the cosplay, but I didn't actually put the video up to get votes from other people. So I kind of felt like wanting a fair vote. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rerun the one from last week, and I'm gonna post it right when this is over, and then we vote on it, and then we come up with a winner for next week. Is that okay? Okay? Yeah, that's okay. Good. All right, be right back.
Cosplay of the week. Cosplay of the week. Cosplay of the week. This week's winner is and here are this week's picks.
If you want static, I'm like sinking Dr. Voodoo, combining genetic magic, causing storms. Only bumblebees can navigate. Spawn a marvel like Rambo with an iron heart. As I don a war machine like a cyborg, living off of the grid, wearing a cloak of darkness and going no evil, so I live. Got to ultimate Spider-Man plus a Danielle Cage with no love for blood suckers. My little place, I'm a Killmonger, blue Marvel grave digger with black lightning. I don't need a lantern moon, girl, grow up and find me, and I will share with you the knowledge of Valzar. Searching for the great numinous, I found God. Too many black mantas running around, so you call us evil. Sell that ship the other way until you treat us equal. Love and virtue, but Zinzi is my painkiller. Peep thunder and lightning, Tetris bringing winters. I'm a blur without fear, picking up the real comic stacks. This new sage's dope spills will have you stepping back. Alternative factuals got me to approach the nerd. Now I got the comic power of.
Woo! Right. So do not vote on here. Right. Go. I'm gonna load the video about 8:25, 8:30, and then it'll be out, and y'all vote on it. So let's talk to the winner of last week. Do you have anything that you would like to say to the fans?
I just want to thank everybody. Thank y'all for y'all support. Vote me on. You know, I said I couldn't do it, but I did it. I stuck with it. And I just want to let y'all know it feels great to be the winner.
That's the worst speech on.
Shut up!
I'll be talking when he's gone, but when he here. All right, man. I'm trying to get my screen right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this right.
You get it right.
I don't know. I can't get it right. Get it tight.
You get it right.
All right. So, the next one was last week. Let me clear my throat. Last week we was talking about who could be fan casted for Miles Morales into the Spider-Verse, because guess what? They are actually talking about bringing Miles Morales into the MCU. One of the theories that was thrown around was that he would be with Tom Holland, and Tom Holland would kind of introduce him into the Spider-Verse, but we don't even know how that would go. I mean, even the multiverse of madness might be a way for Miles Morales to be introduced into the MCU. So with that being said, let me see if I can get my screen right, man, because it ain't acting right around here. I can't. Hold on. It won't let me in. All right. Well, so this is what we're gonna do. I had actually we came up with 2 to 3 picks for fan casting for Miles Morales, and let me go ahead and put mine up on the screen here.
Oh, you got the pictures though. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Because I'll be putting in that work.
We put in that work. Okay.
All right. So fan casting.
Say what?
That's right. All right.
You got a lot of choices up there, man.
That's right.
You're not playing around.
I wasn't playing around, dog. So you can't see it, but at the top you got Alfred Enoch, and he's probably an older guy. I caught him in Scandal. Leaner guy with a little bit of muscle on him. I thought he'll be a great pick. And then, of course, down here, if you kind of want to go with that Hispanic heritage, Black heritage, thrown in that Latino Miles Morales, I would go with Anthony Ramos because a little older Miles Morales, a little older Spider-Man Miles Morales. He was a good pick for it. And then for my younger cats, well, then one more older guy was Everybody Hates Chris. Yeah. Right over here. To the far right, Tyler James Williams. And then for my younger cast, it was Miles Brown from Blackish. I mean, he would be great. The young kid, the young brother that was in Cobra Kai, what was his name? Kenny. And then from Shy, Alex Hibbert, and then Justice Smith. So I know B gonna be like, man, you said only do 3. Well, I got in the bathroom. We got ready to do my number 2, and I started thinking. That's why I do most of my great thinking while I'm doing the number 2. I mean, all kinds of thoughts just come to me when I'm sitting there on the toilet.
See, I just remember drawing on the walls and appointments. That's right. I was that artist.
All right, Nick Greer, Miles Brown, Tyler James Williams. He too old for the role. Well, actually, I mean, it's where we come in on Miles Morales at. I mean, we can get plenty of movies. I mean, we got Tobey Maguire, his Spider-Man. They was older. What's the other guy with Spider-Man 2? Amazing Spider-Man.
What was his name? Andrew Garfield.
And Andrew Garfield. I mean, he was an older guy. Now we got Tom Holland, the youngest of the Spider-Man that we've seen. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. While Spider-Man is one of the most popular characters in the world, I'm tired of Spider-Man movies. I really am. I mean, bring us something new. Bring us
Spider-Man out.
Right. That's the.
Oh, that's why I'm ready for some I want Into the Spider-Verse. I heard they're making a sequel.
How you gonna be able to talking trash about Spider-Man? You wearing a Spider-Man headband.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm tired of Spider-Man, but you repping.
All I'm saying is like I'm feeling the sentiment because like every time they do a new Spider-Man movie, it's just an origin story, and then it's just like they don't want to take it nowhere. But like at least with the new one, they trying to take it somewhere, and like we just hoping like, oh please go somewhere with it. Like don't keep going back and explaining stuff like. I don't know, man. Hey, don't be calling me out. Don't be calling me out on my BS.
Thank you, MDP. Welcome to the show, baby.
Oh,
that's right.
man.
I wasn't gonna say nothing because I ain't want to come over to my area and get his dreads all over my neck, man. I just like you tired of Spider-Man movies, but you ain't tired of Batman movies, like. It's the same stuff.
It ain't the same stuff.
They need to go on ahead and just give us some Robin movies and call it a day.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, they need to go because they had a good thing when they had Christopher Nolan in there directing the movies, bro.
I mean,
I don't know why they took that away. They had like a really good formula, and they could have took it. They could have took it there with that. You talking about some man? Nah. They could have taken that farther. They could have brought Robin in. Cause like, what's his name? Joseph Gordon-Levitt. He was in there, and his name was like Robin.
No disrespect, but
they was finna bring a Robin.
No disrespect. Let me give you a couple of list of movies that shouldn't have been as long as they should. The first one was Malcolm X. There's no reason that movie needed to be 4 hours. All right, we could have, you could have given us a lot more. I mean, you could have just shortened it up. The second movie is the Batman Dark Knight series. Like that second one, it was entirely too long. I actually take naps during these movies and wake up just to catch the action.
That second one was a masterpiece.
I know it was.
It was a masterpiece.
No, it was. We could have.
Why so serious?
Why so serious? We could have.
Why so?
We could have broke Batman's back in the first 3 minutes of the movie. But they was trying to pay homage to
Nightfall, which is one of the greatest Batman stories ever told.
Let me tell you another movie that takes you through the tribes, the ups and downs of the champion getting their butt whooped. And they do it all in less than 2 hours. Rocky Balboa. Rocky Balboa.
You went from Batman to Rocky.
Oh God.
Yo, I went on them steps, bro. They feel me.
No, MDP. Don't mean agreeing with this dude. We don't listen.
Thank you.
Listen.
Thank you.
You can't say it for Spider-Man and then don't say it for Batman. That was the better point.
I cannot forget what Christopher Nolan did for the Batman. And so, like, when they came and did that whole, like, DCEU thing and, like, ruined it, like, I mean, they should have stuck with that Dark Knight, man. And, like, they had a good thing going. And they could have just rolled the Batman, rolled the Robin up into it, and then rolled, like, the other characters up into it. But they just decided to, like, they decided to Spider-Man it again. And, yeah, it did piss me off for a while. But they need to bring that back. I am hopeful for the Robert Pattinson. I'm hoping that they bring that grittiness back to it.
Well, they said,
and they just keep pushing that story forward and don't like reboot it again. Just keep pushing it forward.
Well, they said with the Robert Pattinson story, they weren't going to even get into the origin story. Just left it out because we don't need it. Like, we don't need a Superman origin story. We don't need a Batman. We don't need a Spider-Man. Right. We don't need a Wonder Woman. We don't need none of these mugs with origin stories. Yeah. We just need to know. Now, if you want to give me some action, if you want to give me an origin story, give me the origin story for Riddick. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Give me that origin story. I'll take that.
Like,
give me
Pulp Fiction it. Like get us in the middle and then tell us the origin later.
Or better yet,
get us in there.
Better yet, give me the origin story for aliens. Like, where the aliens come from? What planet they come from?
Were that Prometheus?
Nah. Well, that was different versions. Well, you think Prometheus was doing?
That was like the precursor.
Okay, well, give me the origin story for Predators. You know what I'm saying? Give me the origin story for. Anyways, I'm done. Into the Spider-Verse was a Miles Morales original story. Yeah, agreed.
But it was like, to me, that was like a whole new superhero. So I'm like,
we're getting another Catwoman.
Yeah,
we're getting another one. Zoe, what's her name?
I don't even know, man.
No, we don't know.
Like, we keep, it's just all right.
I had to pull that up, man. But yeah, I ain't.
It just better be good, man. I'm tired.
If it ain't good, we're gonna blame it on Midnight Assassin.
You can, man. And I'm gonna just turn around and be like, yo, Highlander, ha!
I think that Black Adam is gonna set the standard.
You think so? I hope so, man.
I think Black Adam gonna set the standard. And
because he got The Rock, and he like one of my favorite rappers.
Right. And this is what I'm gonna ignore that comment.
I knew he was gonna try to say something, bro. I knew he was gonna try to say something.
A solo Catwoman live action movie? No. No more Catwoman movies. No.
Gosh.
Nick Greer, are you old enough to remember the Halle Berry?
Oh man, he might not remember that joke.
And then they had the Catwoman play. So what's her name? In fact, the Catwoman is what's her name in Ant-Man now. What is her name? Selena. I can't remember her name. The white girl who played Catwoman.
You talking about
Batman 2?
What's her name?
I can't remember her name. Look, man.
Like, she got like a lady name, like, hold on.
Pull that up. Hey, I know a real revelation out there. What's Catwoman and Batman, the first Batman? What's
that was Michelle. You talking about
Michelle Pfeiffer.
You talking about Michelle Pfeiffer?
Michelle Pfeiffer.
This was one before.
And then you had Eartha Kitt.
Yeah, Eartha Kitt.
Like, I know them names. Eartha Kitt, Black History Month, baby, Tupac, baby.
Michelle Pfeiffer was on it, man. Like, that was like a different take on it, and it was like she was like a real psychopath and just real like it was just like real like. I don't even know how to explain that. Like, cause it's like they keep missing the ball. They keep like making it like super sexual or whatever. Like, you know, when they try to redo it, it's like, no, that wasn't the point. Like, she was just like crazy, bro.
You look, Nick Grill. Okay, so here's my opinion on solo superhero movies. They're played out. We don't need them anymore. Now that we understand what we can bring into the movie world. If you're gonna come out with a superhero movie, it needs to be packed with superheroes, and we need to be seeing realistic powers on screen. If you haven't paid attention,
Anne Hathaway
is the other Catwoman, right? We've had 4 or 5 Catwomans, but anyways, if you haven't noticed, and I bring this up every other episode, what was the most successful superhero movies besides Blade? All right, because Blade was one of the first.
Well, besides the Avengers?
No, well, that's what I'm saying. When you say Avengers, I mean Iron Man. I feel like Iron Man was made big. The first Iron Man is not as good as the first Thor. It's not as good as the first Captain America. It's not as good as the first Captain Marvel. All of them is basic. Yeah. Black Panther, because of when it came out, it was big, but it had a bunch. My point is, it had a bunch of superheroes in it. We got to meet a bunch of superheroes that we hadn't seen before in Black Panther. It was the same thing with my all-time favorite, Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It was like that with my favorite, Thor Ragnarok. Thor. You got a whole bunch of superheroes. It's not just Thor, but that's like my favorite. That's like one of my favorites.
So right now in this genre, unless you got a writing skill and a filming skill and a production that can handle a solo movie and make it good, I'm telling you, America or the fandom is not going to be interested. I'm like, you only got one hero in there? That's it? And one enemy? I mean, even now, like with Moon Knight coming out, we want Moon Knight to come out, but then also at the same time, we want to see other superheroes. I'm even throw some out there that he gonna love. Peacemaker.
Yes!
Peacemaker has plenty of other characters in there that you can relate to, that you can like, and other stuff. The Boys.
Yes,
The Boys is packed full with humans and superheroes. You get a piece of all of them. Umbrella Academy.
Yes,
you got these different Invincible. Woo! I mean, you got all these different characters. Sci-Fi now has to bring in a whole element. Avatar. We might look at Avatar as only having one person, but Avatar actually had several different characters in there, and that's what made it. I mean, several different strong. They could carry their own movie characters. But now, you know, if you bring out a solo something, why it's a good idea, a solo wouldn't work. I mean, we can't even really have a solo Blade like we had back in the 1990s, 90s,
like 98.
Yeah, you couldn't pull that off. You can't pull off a solo Superman movie anymore. That ain't gonna work. Anybody agree with me or disagree? I don't know. Put in the comments. Let me know if you agree or if you disagree with me.
No, you bring a really good point. Like point across. It's like, yeah, you could try and do it, but you know, right now, like expectations is so high. Like everybody's gonna want to see, like, you know, this superhero interact with other superheroes, because like they've created a universe now. So it's like it's not like back in the day where you got the one guy by himself and then, you know, huge buildings explode and ain't nobody else showing up. Like that's becoming like weird now. Like, you know, you see, like, you know, Flash out there by himself and like this like, you know, like eclipse level event happens and Superman and Supergirl don't show up. Like, you know, what's really going on? In fact,
let me give y'all some examples. Some plot holes that Marvel kind of missed, like when we had WandaVision. Everybody kept asking, "Well, what are other Avengers at? Where's Doctor Strange? Where's Spider-Man? Where's Falcon in the winter? Where are these guys at?" And like stuff is happening, and I think Marvel right now and Falcon and Winter Soldier, like we in New York doing stuff, and you ain't brought out Daredevil, Luke Cage, Spider-Man, none of them, and then Hawkeye. Where was he?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't brought out none of the other guys to help out. Like they ain't know none of the stuff was big enough for these guys to actually come out. And also Eternals. Like we had to go and look and find a timeline for Eternals, because if it didn't make sense, you know, fandom is coming back like, yo, this ain't right. So I think
Because right now we still waiting on the X-Men.
Right.
Because they was away. Okay, where we gonna see what they were doing? I mean, we know what they were doing in the comics and stuff, but what we gonna do with MCU?
So they gonna,
we're here now.
So they're gonna have to do. They're gonna have to do it to where, was it What If? I can't remember what storyline I was reading. I'm right now. Stuff is blurred for me. I'm between comics and things. But the storyline was that a certain part, a certain timeline had never heard of the Avengers. And so, or they might do it like when DC, what? Oh. They're probably just chilling. Anyways, we're going to get ready to close this thing up because I can talk all night long on this. But what I do want to say is that I seen a film clip, and I'm gonna find it and try to play it next week if I come back across it, where they had a timestamp in Wanda. They had a timestamp in Loki. They had a timestamp in Venom, and then they had a timestamp in Spider-Man: No Way Home. And supposedly all these things was happening around the same time, and that's what caused the entire collapse of the multiverse. So I think Marvel might go ahead and close up that loop and help us out. And then we'll save for next week, bringing in the X-Men, that kind of stuff. We'll hit y'all up and let you know what we're coming out with next week. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Midnight Assassin, you know, with your you gonna get back in your shadow and talk from your shadow. I'm just messing.
Yo, appreciate y'all coming in, participating. Yo, without further ado, Charles Hazelton III bringing that outro.
MYECOMICS is the best. I guess you know why I'm on one.
Man, I'm trying to end the broadcast. Get off me. Hurt my arm, man.